Hello, I'm back. Still here at the NRB, meeting these amazing ladies that I met a few years ago, hearing their stories and the advancement of what God has done. And so I'm sitting here with Caren Carroll. Did I say that right?
You did.
Okay, I know the accent gets in the way, so that's why I'm clearing it up. But Caren, what has this journey been for you?
It has been a faith walk. And I lived most of my life in a doubtful mindset. But what God has shown me is that faith is a verb. It's not a noun, and he showed me how to move out of doubt and into
Absolutely.
faith.
You know, some people really struggle with moving when they've gone through trauma, moving with faith, moving with love, and moving with forgiveness.
Right.
What's been your journey? What's your testimony?
Well, that's a lot of it right there. Is and in my story where I wrote, it was really moving out of fear, trusting God and letting him love me, and then I was able to love other people.
Oh.
It was just that movement. It was movement.
Who were you able to love?
Well, we had moved into just strangers, really just approaching strangers.
Oh,
And I was
girl,
thinking,
that could be dangerous.
that's what we thought. I'm thinking, what are they going to think?
Yeah,
What are they gonna
that could be
think about?
dangerous.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And it was just so beautiful how God just opened the doors.
Were they receptive to you?
Very. We were knocking on doors.
Oh, literally.
Knocking on doors. Yeah.
So you have to explain that,
Okay.
right? So,
Yeah.
so people understand exactly this
Yes.
journey.
So when it was just so crazy, like when I turned 50, the Lord showed me that I did not have a relationship with him, where I had identified as a Christian my whole life. And he showed me in a vision where I was standing at a crossroads, and it was just a desert area with no foliage, nothing alive there except for myself. And he showed me that was my spiritual walk.
Wow.
And so through prayer and just really beginning to seek God for a relationship, where I'd identified as a Christian for 40 years.
Wow.
And he showed me I was an unbelieving believer. And so how he moved me into situations and areas with people that, I mean, can you imagine somebody coming out of the desert for 40 years? They're hungry, they're thirsty.
Yes.
And I was so thirsty for
Yes.
the Lord. And I didn't know that all of those years, that's what I was seeking, was him.
Oh.
And I sought it through the world. And so what he showed me was, it was his love that I had such a hard heart.
Yeah.
That I wasn't letting him love me. And when I did that, what he opened up
Wow.
is just beautiful.
So going and knocking on doors, how did that revelation come about?
Well, it was amazing. It was through Thanksgiving bags, so it was Thanksgiving season.
Oh, so he gave
and we
you a
brought
strategy.
Food. We had strategy.
Come on.
And he put amazing leaders in my life.
Yeah.
And when we prayed, I said, "Where are we going to go?" And they said, "We don't have a map." And I said, "Okay." They said, "We're going to let the Spirit lead." And I said, well, lead where? And so then I asked somebody else, and they said the same thing. So we prayed, and one of the ladies, my friend, she said, "Close your eyes and think of a house." And I thought of a red brick house, and she said, "I'm thinking of a blue house." And we prayed, and I thought, this is crazy. But God, through like a scavenger hunt, showed he was just so real and so beautiful, and it caused me to trust him.
Wow.
And it was just so beautiful. That whole day was just full of miracles, and people got saved, and we were just knocking on doors all day long and praying with people, and people that had been displaced from Hurricane Michael that were living in tents in the backyard.
Oh.
Yeah, and we brought extra food for them, and it was just such an amazing day. And I'm like, this is kingdom living. This is what it's all about.
You know, I love how God speaks, because he speaks to every single one of us differently, right? And because your heart had been healed, you can love the stranger.
Exactly. Yeah.
Literally.
And not be afraid.
Sometimes we get healed and we just want to love our family and or our friends or our work colleagues.
Yeah.
But literally, God put the stranger in your heart and then gave you a strategy in a season where they're receptive.
He sure did.
So, how do we break our fears? Sometimes we have to confront them, right? And what a way to confront is the complete stranger. Was it your neighborhood or somebody else's neighborhood?
No, completely different neighborhood.
Oh,
about 40
praise
miles
God.
north of my town.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it was just beautiful. Yeah.
What a moment. And so what is your chapter in the book about?
Well, it's called Awakening Faith, and where I moved from doubtful mindset, because I didn't know the Lord. I didn't know His Word. I didn't know. And so I began to pray. I just got on my knees one day, and I just set my alarm like 5 minutes early so I could allow myself that time with Him. I didn't know how to pray. I didn't even really know. Now, I was going to church. I prayed to Jesus.
I understand that.
But I'm like, okay, now it's me and Him. Like, I really want to know Him. And what is my legacy? And who is God to me? And what if I had died and I didn't know these questions? So it was very important to me at that time. And God just miraculously moved my husband and I, not only physically, but not only spiritually, but physically. We moved 600 miles away from our house, which is crazy. But it was for a greater purpose. It's not just my purpose to go, and we live near the beach.
Oh,
so,
nice!
It wasn't about going and laying out on the beach all day. It was about His purpose.
Yeah. You know, I hope that ladies, even men that listen to this, and those of you who will click and share this, that you understand that every single one of these ladies that I'm talking to have heard God in a different way. We're not asking to hear God the same way. God speaks to us uniquely. He challenges us uniquely, you know, completely out of our comfort zone, which is the common thread in our lives, isn't it? He challenges you to go where you've never gone before and to do what you would never dream of doing. But the beautiful thing is you're going to get this book, Resilience. It will be in the link. You'll get to see Caren. Did I say that right?
Caren
Carroll.
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
And you will get to understand this journey, and it will help your journey. So once again, come right back. But don't forget to click like, click share, and subscribe to both channels and enjoy this journey of faith that we're on together.
Yes.
God bless you.
Yes, God bless you. Thank you so much.
This is an absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure. Bless you all. Bye for now.